optimistic moons. Is a subject that I've been going in a little lightly on. I intend to go deeper into it, though. Such an unpleasant subject, Jeffrey Epstein. Also, too, the fact that they've known about him running around easily since the 80s, right? Maybe before, I don't know. He's been running around for decades. Everybody has known perfectly well what he offered, what he sought, and what he did. And only now in this so-called modern age that we're in of 2025 are they gracing the public with pinches of what he did. And to go and release that to times such as ours, where lots of things are happening. Well, we know that all these things like the Diddy trial are meant to corral our attention into certain ways. I also believe they're meant to take our frequency and depress us. You know, what do people do when you're confronted with nastiness? How do you handle it? Do you accept what's going on? Do you step back and demand change? Then what kind of change is being enacted? Are we going to actively go and demand that everyone who's involved in a layer of filth be held accountable and ostracized? So therefore we don't go and buy their products. We don't watch their entertainment. We don't elect them to public seats. We don't attend their classes. We don't buy their books. We don't watch them on TV. And then can we keep on doing a systematic rejection of all these people all the way through? Anyway, a name came up, and in the interest of the Epstein files, so many names to go through. But I decided let's go and start with, well, we actually did start, right? We start with Naomi Campbell. Go and check out that reading if you're interested. Naomi Campbell said that she is completely innocent, did nothing wrong. She is the supermodel of our dreams, still captivating the very essence of glamour, perhaps class, and perhaps hard work, right? That's what Naomi Campbell says. Well, I did a reading on her a couple days ago. And the next person I want to do a reading on is this woman called Hind al-Owais. She's from the UAE. She's an Emirati official. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get my black cards. Hold on. I want a different deck. So, yeah, her name is Hind al-Owais. And there are several hundred emails of hers that have been released so far. They say about over 400, maybe 468 or 438 are the numbers I've seen. I suppose I'll take a moment and say that I don't know these people, all this is for entertainment purposes only. All messages given to me are the messages that are gained by the spirits, by the ether, by the light, and by the very love that brings grace to our life here on earth. So back to Hind al-Owais. She has been in communication with Jeffrey Epstein, so those emails shown since 2012. One particular type of missive that has been floating around is one where she talks about obtaining 2 girls for Epstein. And she's going to try and arrange some extra time so that he can spend longer time with them, free up their schedules so that they can spend more time together. A grown elder man with an old man with girls. And this woman, she apparently, since 2019, has been working a very interesting role as a permanent committee for human rights. She leads the Human Rights Committee for United Arab Emirates. A woman who's exchanged hundreds of emails with Epstein, giving him girls, giving old man Epstein girls. She's not putting girls and ponies together, girls and kittens, girls and children's books. No, she's putting girls with old men. Anyway, so let's go and see. I'm curious with Hind. Is that what she does? Does she traffic girls in and out of the United Arab Emirates in the position that she's in right now and in the position that she was before? Is she a trafficker of women, of children? I have 7 of Swords for our Hind al-Owais. Now, I don't know her zodiac sign or anything like that. I haven't bothered looking that deeply on her. I just got her name, saw a little bit of information. There's a Canadian guy I want to do after this one, but all in one time at another. Anyway, so I got 7 of Swords for Hind. How do you say her name? I am a English speaker, so I obviously do not have the nuances to say her ethnic name properly. But I can read cards quite well. I can read the energy. I have a 7 of Swords coming up here with 8 of Wands. Hind is very, very busy, very, very industrious with moving things in and out. In fact, I would say that in this energy, she is a little speedy one, isn't she? She can go and turn things around on a dime and do it very discreetly. She can go and bring people in from Lord knows where and ship them back off to Lord knows where to be abused. It's none of her business where they go after she gets them in and ships them out. None of her concern. Energy's coming up here so far. I do have some, I don't know, is it even worth reading signs like this so far? I don't think so. If anyone's interested in reading the energies, they are right here as I'm pulling them. I'm not doing a voice-only podcast. Anyway, so we have 7 of Swords for her. Let's see what else we have. Seven of Swords. Yes, she definitely moves things in and out. She is an expert at it, I'm going to say. She does it quite well. That is her talent, her gift. That is what she does. Nine of Swords. She gets them out, moves them back in. None of her concerns. Strength came out. I guess we'll keep that. And I have an Eight of Cups again. Four of Pentacles. She moves things quite efficiently. You can trust her with you could trust her with your business. Things will stay quiet. She keeps secrets well. She keeps her business well. She knows when to go and what is her business and what is not her business. And she makes sure that anything she knows, she keeps to herself. I have Nine of Swords clarifying that. Knight of Cups, Eight of Cups. She deals in misery. It's actually pretty creepy in this energy because where she goes and gets people, she doesn't really expect them to come back. She doesn't, it's out of her hands, not of her concern. But the people who pass through her hands, they can't go back. They can't come back. It's disgusting. Anyway, Knight of Cups with the Strength. You know, she has her own reasons here. And I really do think it's her own self-satisfaction. She's one of those people that as long as she's eating, when you ask, have you ever noticed sometimes there are that group of people that you can ask them, well, how can you sleep with yourself or be comfortable with yourself knowing that you've done wrong? And you know, there's always a group of people that say they can do that quite easily because of the comfort they enjoy because of it. And she's that type of person because of what she does, because of the trafficking that she does. She's done very well for herself. Will she continue doing very well for herself? Well, she has some great contacts, make no doubt. It just wasn't Jeffrey Epstein who she was. Thank you for the like. It just wasn't Jeffrey Epstein who she was supplying. She supplied other powerful people too. That's what she does. He's not the only one. I don't really feel like clarifying this anymore because it's bad. It doesn't feel nice. But I am curious about one more question, and that is the Permanent Committee for Human Rights. I want to know if that's a front for human trafficking. She is definitely a human trafficker. That's what she does. That's her talent. But I'm curious now about the organization that she's been involved in for what, 6 years now? Is that a front for exploitation? Let's go and take a look. I'm not going to dig into that, into that reading anymore. Let's go and see. Permanent Committee for Human Rights. Is that a sham? I have Knight of Pentacles with the Devil. Gee. Would you like the devil if the devil smelled nice? All dressed in gold. Could bring you any sort of comfort you wanted. Maybe even if the devil didn't bother you but asked you just to turn a blind eye. Would you be happy in the company of such an entity? Such an entity with the Permanent Committee for Human Rights. They're not all as they seem. Definitely a lot of money is behind it, but they are definitely skimming something off of what they do. It's not a wholesome, that's the word I want. Permanent Committee for Human Rights of the United Arab Emirates is not a wholesome organization. So let's go and see a little bit more here. You know, they do some good work, Center of the United Arab Emirates, UAE's human rights. They do some good work, but ultimately it's fueled by their own self-interest. It's all their self-interest. It's like I don't know. It's not a good thing. Put it that way. Not a good thing. I don't like that energy either. But of course, we're doing Epstein. What is there to like here? I got 4 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and 10 of Wands, all under the Hierophant. Well, lots of strong fire coming out here. Under the organization head, we have muddied colors here with 7 of Cups, 6 of Cups. You know, they do some good things. They do some other things. They're all about their benefit. They work in people. They work in dreams. They move things around as needed. It's like a refrigerator. 4 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Significant Sagittarius energy coming out here. What could that mean in this energy? Well, it's another nod to the fact that there are people from all over. It's not necessarily like you're dealing with Emirati nationals that the human rights deals with, or sources. They're dealing with people from all over. I'd also say too that they have the ability to shuffle people around as well. There is the notion of volume here. Maybe a surprising amount of volume. But I do think they have a little bit of volume coming in with the people and that which they address. Ultimately, this organization, I'm curious who sits at the board. I didn't really read that much about it, just a little bit. You know, some things I like to, I just made sure I could pronounce her name relatively okay. And I saw a little bit about her. I heard some of her voice too, talking about how women are our greatest assets. Our greatest asset for sure. That's how she made her money, how she got her success. Anyway, in this energy, 4 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, under Hierophant and Knight of Pentacles. This is basically catering to the people in power, the people in control, whatever is necessary, whatever is required for the people who lead the organization, the people who fund the organization, the people who are the buttress and the foundation and the support of the foundation, whatever they need to be happy. They make it so. And this, I would not want to be under their jurisdiction. As I said, this is a reading for entertainment purposes only. The spirits tell me the message that I have here. I do not know any of these people in real life. I am not suicidal. All those sorts of disclaimers. But ultimately, for this reading for entertainment purposes only, I would not want to be under the human rights organization for the United Arab Emirates, and I would not want to be at the mercy or dependent upon any sort of influence by high-end al-Owais. So, hello everybody. Yeah, that's pretty much the reading that I have. Gee. Right now, I will leave this reading. Can you get a twin flame reading? If you would like to donate for one, you can. You could donate through Cash App if you'd like. The magician was in the house. I don't know if I saw the magician. I don't recall. All I know is that very unsavory. Unsavory business. That's what I know. Anyway, thank you for the light. And I'll leave this on for a little bit of time.